Hello everyone, this is a unboxing of the Luba 2 all-wheel drive robot mower, and this is the 5000 series regular cut. I thought I'd do an unboxing and try to show you what's inside the box. As you can see, I'm an experienced unboxer. Uh, that tape is, something else. They want to make sure that the box doesn't open up. Is probably the operator as well. As you see here, the scissors fall apart on me. I don't know why I'm using scissors. I think it was because I couldn't find a utility knife. Even though there's a utility knife in the same drawer where I got the scissors, I just couldn't be bothered to use a utility knife. So anyway, I took the scissors apart and now I'm cutting the tape and finally got the box open. So now we can finally see what's inside of it. This first thing here is the camera. That's it works off of vision, and at least that's one of the things that it works off of is vision. So that's the camera, the unit that you got to put on top of it. More to come on that. That was a fun unit to install. This next thing is a pole. I'm sorry. This next thing is the front bumper. So this is the front bumper, and that prevents it when it runs into something, it stops. And then they call this the RTK. Don't ask me what RTK stands for, I forgot, but basically it's just the little satellite antenna. So it's the antenna that is going to be used to track the mower. And that antenna has poles that it sits on. So this is one pole. And then you have the second pole. I think the two poles add up to 4 feet, if I remember correctly. That's not how it goes. That's not how it goes either. Yeah. Okay, figure it out. Okay, yeah, that's where the antenna goes. Good job. Okay, so let's get the antenna cable all undone, and this will be fun. Let's go ahead and slam that bad boy on the ground. There we go. I tried to gently put it down, but So this is great. So you go in through the end here, and then when you have fat man fingers like me, they leave this little sliver. At least you don't have to go all the way to the bottom of the pole, but as you see here with my fat man fingers, it's pretty challenging to get it out. Okay, I got it out now. So now I got it out. Oh, did you see that? Look at this again. So this is probably not what you're supposed to do to the antenna. I don't think it says in the directions to pull it up by the cord. But anyway, it still works, so I guess that was okay. So now we're going to fight with screwing it on. And this is my first time to ever screw anything together, apparently. With the cable in the way, you got to move the cable out of the way. That helps. Yeah, let's go ahead and struggle with this for a few minutes. And the problem is the box. So if you're an old fat man, you can use your built-in shelf here. So I'm going to use my built-in shelf to try to line it up. Now, what I'm struggling with is there's an actual ridge in there. And so you've got to line the pole and the RTK up where the ridge is. Yeah, and it's a struggle. Once you finally get it lined up, though, then you can slide it together and screw it in. So, and then we'll go ahead and throw that on the ground because, we don't need it right now. Oh, yeah, put the other cable together. The good thing is, like I said, the cord doesn't come all the way out the bottom, so at least you don't have to worry about threading it all the way down both poles. I'm just going to screw this together one day this year. There we go. Okay, now let's go ahead, take this built-in lightsaber. What are we going to do with it? No idea. We just threw it off. Oh, by the way, there are instructions that come with it. The instructions are, basically I've already done step 1, 2, and 3, which is put the RTK together. Yeah. And so now I'm going to look through the instructions because, any good unboxing looks through instructions, right? Yeah, okay. I got it all down, right? This is easy stuff. Let me just get this out of the way. We'll put those over there and we'll conveniently forget about them later. This stuff here, don't know what it is because, it's in the instructions. Actually, that right there is two security keys. You have to plug that into the back of it. Of course, I have no idea what it is because I didn't read the instructions. That's a little antenna. That antenna goes on the bottom of the RTK. That's how the unit reports back to the RTK. Um, so that antenna is pretty important. And then here's the power brick. This is the power brick for the entire unit. There's also a separate power brick for the RTK. This guy here I'm not going to use, and that's basically what I'm telling my father-in-law who's with me. I'm not going to use that. That's in case I just want to stab that pole in the ground, but I'm not going to stab the pole in the ground. I'm just going to put the pole on the fence. Here's another box that I am completely clueless on. I'm sure that I know that the instructions cover it, but it's basically a box full of cables. And so I've got to try to figure out what all these cables are going to. They're pretty self-explanatory, though. That is the RTK. I think that's the RTK power adapter. This cable here, oh, hang on, I forgot what that was for. One of these is the power extender cable. The other one's the RTK extender cable. So you don't need the RTK extender cable if you're just going to use the ground mount and mount it together on the base station. Those are blades, razor blades. Nice of them to give at least one set of extra blades. Yeah, get the screwdriver out of your hand, goofball. Okay, pick it up by the plastic. It's not that heavy. It's only 40 pounds. So, yeah, let's just throw it around. There you can see the 4 blades, which are one reason why I bought this. You're going to go ahead and lift with your back. There you go. Go ahead, put it down with all back, no legs. Yeah, there's a piece of styrofoam in the way there, goofball. Get the styrofoam out of the way. Now you can pull the plastic off. This is the little charging station. Now, I make a real big error when I go to install this charging station. Just know this charging station has to have view of the open sky. You cannot put it inside of a shed, as I do when I go to install it. So keep that in mind with this charging station. It has to be outside. Go ahead and lift with your back again. It's just 40 pounds. Go ahead and wonder why you have back pains. So the first thing that we're going to install, well, we've got this little sticker. We're going to take this sticker off, and of course, none of the sticky comes off with it, right? So all of the sticky's still on the unit. Who knows how long this has been in the box? It's definitely been hot and then cold and then hot and then cold. And as you see there, that doesn't stick to the counter because none of the sticky is on that sticker. None of it. It is all on the unit right now. I decided to go ahead and ignore that because, I'll just worry about it later. So let's go ahead and pull this panel off. You got to take off 4 bolts, and that takes out this access panel. Once you get that out, there's a cable in there. So this is where your vision unit's going to install. Basically, it's just plug and play. You can see which direction to plug in the cable. It's not that big of a deal. And it's lengthened decently so that you can plug it in, and it's, gets out of the way whenever you got to put it down. Make sure, of course, that it's facing forward, not backwards, which somehow I amazingly do make sure that it's facing forwards, not backwards. Now you put the 4 screws in. I'm pretty big about torquing them crossways at 45. So you see here, I'm going to torque them like you're supposed to. Now, remember the sticky stuff on the front? Yeah, I decided to try the Gooby Gone on the paper towel, and Gooby Gone on the paper towel doesn't work. I'm here to tell you, as you see here, it doesn't work. It's still on there. I'm wiping it off with my hand. It is still sticky as all get out. Put a little bit on the plastic, and now the Goo Beyond does its job, and you're able to take off the sticky part. Okay, now it's time to struggle with the bumper. The bumper, I'm telling you, if you read the instructions, this goes a whole lot smoother. So it takes 2 of us to figure this out, and we must have referred to the instructions 20 times, but we never backed up 1 step. All we had to do was go back 1 step. That bumper slides in there, but it has 2 pinchers, And so where the rails are for the bumper are two pinchers. You squeeze those pinchers in, and then that bumper clicks in place. And then you have two screws that you put in there, right? Well, I'm not going to see that part. I'm just looking at the screws going, okay, where in the heck are these screws supposed to go? I'm not figuring out. Finally, we find the little part that has the pinchers. Well, yeah, okay, make sure you have it on there the right way. Now I see the little pinchers. Now see how it clicked in place? So once it clicks in place, now you've got to put two screws on there to make sure it doesn't. And of course you're going to drop a screw. I mean, that's just a given. Of course you're going to drop a screw, and you can't see anything. I mean, just can't see anything. So I go get my other phone, put it down here. Now I use the flashlight, get the screw. You know, I had the screw spit on there. That's also what helps put it down. There's just two screws. So you put those in, drop the other one. Of course, you're going to drop the second screw too. Make sure that you're doing this over something over some sort of a plaid thing so that you lose track of the screws. So the bumper's installed, camera's installed. The last thing to do is plug in the security key. Once you get that security key in, you are good to go. So if you made it all the way to the end, I thank you very much. Basically, that was the unboxing. I have another video that's coming out soon of the actual setup, the actual installation, and the first setup. So thanks for watching. Subscribe for more.